got this landscaped orientation. Does it really make me go back this way? Shouldn't. Orientation is locked. Good gracious. So it's telling me it's locked. I've got it on, oh well. Orientation is locked. Rotate back. Is it supposed to go this way? So if I'm on like this, I'm on the side of your screen, and it's telling me like this, I've got to turn it back. So I don't know what I'm going to do here, but this is where we're at right now. And hopefully you guys can see me, and everything is kosher on your end. I'm not going to be able to see you guys. But give me a second. I got to get set up. I'm still trying to find cords. Otherwise, you guys are going to go down because I have no, I can't find my charger cord to go to my box. So I might have to leave you guys running and have Olivia take over while I run back to the room to find out where the heck all my cords are. Gotta love this. Bring a whole house with me and can't find a flipping cord in my backpack. So give me guys a second. Hopefully you guys can see me. It looks like it's right for you guys, but on my end it's telling me I gotta turn it this way. And when I turn it, there we go. Maybe it'll just keep me like that. Who knows at this point? Who knows? I think it's pretty stinking weird that I've got to turn. It says rotate, orientation is locked. And then when I rotate it this way, I'm on the side. Look at that. I'm sideways. You know how I know? Because you guys are sideways. So then I flip it back this way and it tells me my orientation is locked and I've got to rotate it back. So YouTube, you suck today. Just thought I'd let you know that. Okay guys, you're going to be on your own. I'm going to put you this way so you guys can see what's going on. Maybe it has something to do with this. No. Maybe it just needs to be adjusted a little bit. I don't know. It's just the orientation is locked and it's not letting me change it, and it's blocking, it's literally graying my screen out. So hopefully you guys can see just fine. Yeah, I should. Because I can't find the cord. I have the cords are all going on my backpack, so I must have left them in the Okay. So now I don't have any cords to charge with. Alright, so let's pray that Olivia can save me. I'm going to have to pull you guys just a little bit more into the shade. I did check. You guys are coming in crystal clear. It's just going to gray out on my side, so it is what it is. I'm fine with that. I'm glad you guys get a whole view. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it's grayed my whole screen out, so I can barely see your comments. I'll be pulling it up on my other phone. Oh, there I am. See? Okay. Now that we know what our lag time is on here. So thank you all for being here. This is kind of going to be the last day that we're going to be able to be here protesting with the family. Tomorrow is the court where we all go to court and find out what the plea deal is, how much time the judge is going to order. And this is the family begging this town not to give this man the plea deal. They were not consulted by anybody. They're the ones that lost their child. Law enforcement alienated them. The district attorney alienated them. And then this guy that has already been given a slap on the wrist his entire life is once again going to be receiving a slap on the wrist. And this family here is begging this community to stop. Take him to trial. They want the truth to come out. They want real justice for their daughter, and they know if they take this before the court, they will get 20 years or more for his actions. And this county is hell-bent on protecting Joshua Brown at all cost. Their price? A 17-year-old Mexican Hispanic woman. That's their price of doing business here. That's not good. We already know the history in this county, and I'm going to make sure that that is known, because this particular county specifically has a stain in their history, their recent history, of how they treat people that look differently than me in this community. And here we have an opportunity for this community to stand and do the right thing out of all the wrong that they've done over the years. And what do? They give, yet again, this guy a slap on the wrist and this family a life sentence. That is not okay here. It's never going to be okay. This family, life sentence, slap on the wrist for the perpetrator of this crime. And it was as easy as him not speeding. It was as easy as him stopping and calling for help for Daniela, 911. That was never called, and she laid in that ditch for 43 minutes until she succumbed to her injuries. She could have been saved. He could have given her a fighting chance at life. But he was more concerned about what was going to happen to him than a person's life. And that deserves more than 5 years, in my opinion. Just saying.
Okay. Andra, this is what I have, but it's not USB. I just realized.
Well, maybe it might work.
And that's the ending, right?
No, I don't think so.
Then let me see what else I have. So this, what? Oh, this is not.
Okay, so
Yeah.
This is what I've got to work with: USB plugs and a regular plug.
Well, I have the regular plug then. Yeah, let me give it to you.
Okay, that'll work. Whatever. Does it go to this? Yeah. Because this doesn't work for my phone. This is the end that works for my phone.
Then I'll go get mine then.
Ah, that's right. Mom has the cords for me, and you have the cords for my Samsung. I went and checked on her and petted her, made sure she knew she wasn't alone. Oh, we got a little mascot. I don't know if you guys see that cute little face right there. We got a little mascot out here with us today. Oh, I think I'm in a good spot, but I still want to get the umbrella up because you just never know. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Darn it. This one doesn't want to stay. This is the broken one. Actually, it's working today. Okay. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my umbrella up. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now it feels kind of like Gabby Petito-esque. I hope everybody in here is having a wonderful Sunday. You are the best. Olivia just saved your souls, because without this right here, you guys wouldn't be here.
Andra, do you have your AirPods?
I do. I made sure I brought those. They are in my purse. You're on the wrong side. They're on this side. They're in my purse somewhere. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's get you guys plugged in. This cord's not working. I don't think it's working. I don't think you guys are charging. Damn. I can't tell. You guys are gonna have to give me a second. I'm gonna have to check and see if you guys are charging. Let's see here. Guys, give me a minute. I'm sorry. It's not working the way I was hoping it would work. Here we go. And we are not charging. Your cord's not working. It's not going in my case. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to leave you guys be. I gotta run back to the room. I gotta get you guys powered. So give me a little bit. I'll be back, but you guys can watch this until I return. right, guys, I'll be right back. I got to go get some cords. Yeah, no, I've got a charge. I just needed to find a cord that'll allow me to charge. I think I might have found it. All right, we got a cord. It is literally just the length that I needed. So you guys are official. There you go. We are officially charging. We are all in the clear. We got the problem solved. I don't have to go down. I don't have to leave. So we're good, folks. We're good. Switch this around. This way a little. Not putting too much pressure on there. Okay, good.
I'll be right back again. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you don't have to worry about it. If I see your puppy, I'll take care. I'll check it. It's okay, Poopy.
Trump.
What? Good gracious woman. Alright, well he spilled his water. So I try to pull him away from it. I got his little raccoon up to try to dry the raccoon's tail out a bit. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what best thing you do for a dog. If they have too much energy in them, chewing on stuff, tearing stuff off, and all that stuff. Yeah, but the problem is my mom out earlier, she wants to kill about it. And not only that, it's like scary right here. Oh, yeah, no. I didn't even know that. Well, that's what it would be if we had her dog. And I was like, wow. I did that. It's a little apple thing that fits into this little sleeve that goes on this comb. Yeah. I know. All right, guys. Looks like we're doing well. So for those that are just coming in, we are out here. We're in Alamance, which is, we're actually in the city of Graham, right off of Pine Street and South Main Street. It looks like West Pine Street and South Main Street. And it's where the Graham City Hall is, but I guess this is kind of not the actual City Hall. I guess there's a City Hall someplace else where all the people are in, that I'm learning. So if you guys would like to come out and advocate with this family, please consider doing so. We'll be here until about 6 o'clock today. This is really a demonstration for the community, a demonstration for law enforcement, a demonstration for the DA and the prosecutor in this case. This family is saying that they do not agree with this. And they really do feel if this is taken to trial, that this guy will get more time than 5 years. And at the end of the day, that's not being revengeful or vindictive. That's seeking justice, wanting the person to be held accountable with every charge that he is supposed to have for their child that he ran over and unalived. Now, I don't know about you, but I personally would like to be consulted if something happens to one of my family members and there's a criminal investigation and somebody is being charged. I would definitely want to be involved in those conversations related to plea deals or otherwise. Would you not, if it was your family? And to cut this entire family out of that process and give this boy that's already had everything handed to him and he pisses it away, 40-year-old man that's living with mommy and daddy, what a great cause for this county to go get a piece of garbage, a kid that, a grown-ass man that acts like a teenager. He's the one that gets the free pass. He's the one that gets the slap on the finger, or on the hand. What about these folks? What about Daniela's nieces and nephews that never get to know who their aunt is? What about her sisters and her brothers? Her mom, her stepmom, her father? How is that justice for anybody? More can come out at trial because a full investigation would be required. And that's what the family wants, or they want a better deal. They want a better deal for their daughter. And this is garbage. And that's what we're out here for. That's what we're out here for. We're going to make a big push first thing in the morning. I'm going to get the stuff out for those that are part of our family that advocate. We're getting all the numbers for this county. And tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., I want the phones blowing up here. I want the phones ringing. I want people calling in and saying, no deal. No deal. No deal. I want this county to understand that the world is looking at their behavior here. The whole entire world's looking at their behavior. And they're watching how they're treating this family. And it, quite frankly, is a problem for me. It's a problem for me. They want justice. We're out here to seek justice. This boy doesn't deserve another chance. He's been given a chance his entire life. And look what he did with all the chances he's been provided by the people of this county, including his mommy and daddy. Clearly, he's not getting the message, and now somebody is dead. Let's make him get the message this time. Let's make him get the message this time. You guys want me to get your chairs out? All right, guys, I'm gonna undock you. We're gonna go take a walk so you guys can see and meet Daniel. Thank you guys for being here. I really can't see a whole lot because of the phone. The phone's acting up, the service is acting up. So this is Daniel. This is Daniela's father. Oh, we're having some, hold on, we're still trying to set up here. Here, Mom. Is that gonna work? Actually, I might want to, let me let them fix the sign here first and then we'll come back. They started having problems. What it is these signs are vinyl and they have no way for wind to go. Oh, I'm covering you guys up. They have wind that gets them and it doesn't push through the vinyl sign, and so they end up picking up the wind and falling over, and the wood ends up breaking because of the pressure. So that's kind of what we're dealing with, but they're trying to fix that sign to get it upright. So I'm gonna wait until they get the sign up and then we'll talk to Daniel. But what you're going to hear is a man discuss how he was treated by law enforcement in the area. And typically we don't, any investigation that we cover, there's always going to be some type, we talk about it all the time. I don't want people thinking law enforcement are superhumans. They're normal people. So you have to have you have to be open to mistakes, much like yourself. You're a human being. You don't execute your job perfectly despite what you think. I can guarantee you don't do it. You know how I know that? Because you're a human being, and human beings by definition make mistakes and don't do things perfectly, right? That's why we go to church on Sundays, which I ended up missing today, and I'm gonna have to go rewatch it tonight. So I apologize about that. But at the end of the day, this was a situation where it wasn't investigated. Not properly. They didn't have the measurements. They didn't go out there and mark the road out. They didn't do a proper road investigation. We know what that looks like. This wasn't just dropping the ball a little bit, and we couldn't figure out why. So we started digging in deeper because, like I say, we come into all communities and there's always a level of corruption in every community across this country. It's politics, okay? Some corruption is more palatable than other corruption. Some corruption is more noticeable than other corruption. But there is a layer of corruption in every county, across every community and state. So but what we have here in this situation is this guy, this loser, is connected to law enforcement here. And we know that in the country, everybody tries to scratch everybody's back and whatnot and try to help. But at the end of the day, this guy's a 40-year-old man that has chose to live the life. He has chose the path that he has chosen to take whether he's connected or not. He has made the decision on what type of person in our society he wants to be. And he has made a conscious effort to be the D-bag of society. Not having good jobs, not going to school, not trying to, put his life together, be out, be a grown man, living on his own. He's still sucking off the tit of his mommy and daddy at 40 years old. Smoking pot, driving cars at 100 miles an hour, recording it on Instagram to look cool to all the youth, which he's not. He's a grown man. And it ultimately wound up losing a child's life, and her name is Daniela Mendiola. And then everybody out at that scene knew he was under the influence of something. It was vocalized by law enforcement that he was being detained under suspicious of being intoxicated. He unalived a girl with his car. He should have immediately went down to the hospital and got a blood test. They didn't do that. When he returned back with his mommy and daddy and they knew who they were, they ended up putting him in a cruiser and driving him home so he could sleep in his own bed that night. Never doing an investigation, never taking a breathalyzer of him, never getting one drop of blood out of him to find out what he was on and what caused him to lose control of his car that ended up smashing into a 17-year-old girl standing in a driveway, mind you. She wasn't in the road or even close to the side of the road. She was in the driveway, almost 2 lanes away from the actual road, and he still managed to lose control, hit her, and drive off. She laid there for 43 minutes. 5 years is not justice.
I wish I got that. Because you were so good.
You can go split it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stay behind. I was like, oh.
Olivia, her content, she's got to have those. I don't know how you do it, but you always seem to get the shot though, which is good.
Oh, Andrew, so to go.
Okay, so
I already did it horizontal.
did you already do it over here? I need it. Yeah, so you can use it. Okay, so this is here. I just erased it. Hold on. Let me get down here. This is so freaking weird. How do you get past this? How do you close this? Oops, it wasn't good. I don't know where yours is on this, Olivia.
I think it's right. You have to X out of it and start it again. X.
Oh, you're on.
Screen vertical, you know, horizontal.
But you just want to go live and see if it will work? I don't know. Mine, I did it that way, and now I have a great screen. It's landscape, but I don't think. Let me hold that and you go over here.
Oh. Yeah, it's horizontal. It's
Yeah, but when
short.
I went live, it reverted back to Oriental or Orient, whatever,
Yeah.
portrait, and then it graded.
Oh, now it's working.
Is it
Wait,
working
no,
right?
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, it is. Hold on. It is.
It is. Yep, it is. Thank you.
There
There you go. Okay. That's what
Hello, guys. You're live.
Here, I'll tell them. That's okay. Look at this little guy. This is nice guy. I'll go take the photo. this is a puppy. This is big for a Chihuahua.
Yeah. A mix of some sort.
But maybe Chihuahua.
I think it's a little bit. I don't know.
Okay, well, you might have Chihuahua in them.
Except, but it's still gonna be big.
Yeah, that's a pretty, this is the size of my Colbert. So, yeah, and I can see that he looks like almost like he's got It's a healthy dog. It's a healthy dog, but yeah, and they also have little like I know I go to my dog too. Like this weekend, they're closing their whole shop down just to get in the vaccine.
Nailing these into the ground because I guess it creates, holes in the ground. So now we zip tie them to the tree. This dog is cute. You got a good dog. So, and if you work with them, and they're all heights and stuff, that's right there is one of the biggest things. Walking up to the leash and getting him up to you, and I think you have to really quickly at this walking really good for his age. Yes. Anyway, it's nice.
Sorry guys, I was sitting there chatting about the little mascot out here. So now that I think Daniel's fixed the sign, I'm going to try to take us back down there to talk to him. So give me just a second. There we go. Sorry, I came down here to talk to you a little earlier, but you guys were working on the sign. This is the first time. This is Daniel, and this is Daniela, his daughter. And why? This is the first time my audience is really going to be hearing from you. What is this all about?
Well, this is about we are not happy by charge he have hit and run. I'm missing my daughter. I lose my friends. I lose my everything. I've been trying to get justice for my daughter for over 10 months. And, you know, I've been seeing cases around here in other counties. But we not see like this county, the way he did it, you know. I've been seeing other cases in Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Raleigh, you know. For even if these people hit with a car and kill this some people around, still these people, I've been seeing them. I've seen them on the news. Just because it's Hispanic people, even if these people call 911, these people get charged for homicide. Why this man is not charged for homicide? And in all these cases I've been seeing around, these people going straight to jail, and this man is still free. This is for us not understand. It's a state, North Carolina still. But like for us say, it's different counties.
Mm-hmm.
See, this man, he took my daughter's life, and the maximum at least it have to be 50 years or for life, because every minute she was breathing is 1 year, because he not helping it. He just left her 43 minutes. He can be saved her. And for he's a real man, he not even say sorry to my family, to me, to nobody. He's a 38 years old man. He not have to call nobody. No, he not have to call his dad, mom, whatever. He's a grown man. She was turned 17 years old. I can't believe a grown man, he can take his responsibilities. We need justice for my daughter. It's not a hit and run. And for it's been like an accident. When it's an accident, is when you stop and call 911. Do you say, you know me?
And he left.
Trying to save my daughter. He never tried. He left her on the beach like it's nothing. I hope he don't have no children. I hope he don't have any. I hope he don't have any of the same issues I have last year. Because this is no. He hurt my daughter. She was finished high school. She showed me how much she wants to finish high school. And for ceremony, suppose I gotta be with her, but I'm being with this man in court. Day 27, September 27. I was in court with this man and not with my daughter in the ceremony. And I cannot believe this man is still not charged for homicide.
What is his charges right now?
Right now it's just hit and run.
So he hasn't been charged with any obstruction, leaving the scene of an accident,
Nothing.
just hit and run.
Just hit and run. And this DA, every time the judge asks her what is he got charged for, he's just hit and run. She never explained everything, how this happened.
Yeah.
It's just like, these people, I don't care about my daughter's case. Like for us say, he can be saving them.
Yeah.
Do you think I gotta be protesting him for he been doing his? And for he been trying to save my daughter? Do you think I gotta be protesting right now? No.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what is my daughter look like right now, but still, she's alive.
Yeah.
But
And he
this
could have helped her.
He can be help her. Another thing is, like for us say, I don't trust the law around here. No anymore. I don't know what we need to do next. Who we need to call 911? I don't think so. I don't know. I think we need to protect ourselves. Because this county is not doing anything for us. But like for us, I hope the judge thinks before he do this sentence, because the maximum is allowed 50 years or for life.
Yeah.
This is North Carolina law.
Thank you, Daniel.
But the DA is not going to do it. I've been telling him so many times already.
When you go to court tomorrow, are you going to express your frustration about this deal to the judge?
Yes, I do. Because my daughter is first.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Right now, it's my daughter.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not sleep. I just stay outside my house, drinking coffee or something. I'm just thinking about it about those 43 minutes.
Yeah.
Still think about it every day. My daughter is not. She was standing in the driveway.
Yeah.
The last person he's in, she was in the driveway.
Yeah.
This man, he take off from the road and stop 40 seconds.
And you believe in that 40 seconds he moved her?
Yeah. Because, like for us say, another thing is, since the first time, the DA, she say, we qualify this like an accident. I said, nope, it's not an accident. I call him an accident if this man stop and call 911.
Yeah.
We have every proof. I have everything printed out. I'm trying to show her everything. She not even.
She didn't want to listen.
No, she not even seen my.
Because they just want a deal,
It's
get
gonna
this
be-
done and over with, and
Mhm.
let's move on.
Yes, it's just a deal.
Just sweep it under the rug.
Yep.
Let's get this done and let's get everybody home for dinner, right?
You're right. Last year I have a rough year. I not celebrate anything last year. No Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, and Halloween. I used to do all that before. Not last year. And this man, he spent time with his family, Christmas, New Year's, and Halloween.
Yeah.
But this is what happens when you different color.
Well, Daniel, God bless you. We're going to still be here fighting with you, praying to God that by the grace of God, some miracle happens where the judge and the DA realize how insane this deal is.
I hope the judge, he touched his heart.
Yeah.
If he wants to keep continuing this court of this case, I won't see this man in jail like anybody else. Because I'm being see a lot of cases. Same one. And these people is in jail,
Yeah.
in custody, still. I know some cases in Charlotte. These people has been in jail for 2 years. By the time these people investigated everything, still these people's in jail.
Yeah, and he was arrested and booked and released. He has not spent a night in jail since your daughter has been
I
deceased.
think he not even paid the bond just because he have connections around here.
Wow.
Like I tell the DA, I say, when you have connections, you just come over here, sign, and leave.
Yeah.
like we can make these people shut up.
Right.
But it's the way these people do the cases around. I don't like this deal. I don't like it. Because I did a deal, and for he have 50 years to do, just because he make a deal, you gotta have 2 years and a half or 5, just because he make a deal. Even his lawyer, he knows. He knows.
Yeah.
It's a homicide charge. I will fight for my daughter to the day I see this man in jail.
And we're hoping he goes to jail tomorrow. We're hoping that they take him in from the jail or from the courthouse into jail, into custody.
You know what is pissed me off? 43 minutes.
Yeah.
This is pissed me off.
That's pretty significant.
Yes.
Because it tells you she was fighting.
Yep.
It tells you that
fighting.
she could have been saved. It was 43 minutes that people could have been stabilizing her.
And I tell the DA, I say, you need to show me whatever you got because I need to know. She never showed me anything.
So blocking the family out
Yes, it's
and making a
everything.
deal.
I have to do in the civil, you know.
Wow.
I need to give me a lawyer.
Yeah.
Get him on.
If we have any lawyers in North Carolina, pro bono lawyers, please reach out to bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Not pro bono, but contingency fee. We want to make sure that you get money too. So if anybody knows a contingency fee attorney that's willing to take on this county, please reach out to Bullhorn Betty. I'll get your information over to Daniel. Okay. All right. Thank you, Daniel. So you guys had an opportunity to hear a little more about Daniel. He does not agree with any. Sorry, my hand's always in the way. I always have my hand in the wrong place. I can't see the screen because it's grayed out. But you guys got to hear from the father. You know, this is very upsetting for him. I think as long as we've been in the true crime community, we all can identify and empathize with his feeling, right? I mean, this is his daughter. A person hurt his daughter. A person did not do the right thing by his daughter after hurting his daughter. He believes that in and of itself was intentional. In the state of Florida, you leave an accident, you are charged as if you were a drunk driver and hit somebody and caused a death. Those are significant jail penalties, significant sentencing penalties for injuring somebody in the state of Florida under the influence of any substances or alcohol. And I have to think that the same would apply, or they have some type of law in the state of North Carolina. From everything I know about North Carolina, you know, this is not our first time in here. We were here for Madeline Kojikari's case, you know, in Falkenberg and whatever. You know, we did Madalena Kojikari. So it's not my first time in North Carolina covering a case. I don't have anything negative to say. I've never had anything negative to say about any law enforcement body in North Carolina, even when we did the Madeline Kojikari case, because law enforcement was doing everything they could possibly do. It seemed like they had their stuff together and they were doing the right thing. But when we come over here to the city of Graham, we have a whole different kind of makeup here. We have an entirely different culture over here. We have a culture that if you know somebody, you can basically run somebody over and call your mommy and daddy for help, and all of a sudden you're out of it and a family gets a life sentence. Meanwhile, the perpetrator is only going to be doing 2.5 years for killing somebody's family. It's not fair. It's not fair. And the county needs to stand up here and say this is a raw deal for this family. It's a raw deal. We need you know, justice. And that's what we're out here for, justice. But in the same sense, in that same breath, from where we were of no charges to where we are going in there tomorrow, where he is going to hopefully go to jail for the first time, that's a huge, you know, that's a lot of work. It's not enough, but we're a great place than where we once were. But this family wants him charged with everything. And I don't see why that can't be a reality. Why can't they charge him with leaving the scene of the accident? Why can't they charge him with tampering with evidence? We know for a fact there was a witness that told law enforcement they watched him kick a phone. When the minute his foot moved that phone, that's tampering with physical evidence. That is a crime. And it's a crime in the state of North Carolina too. So where's the charges? Where's the charges? He's getting a simple charge of hitting and running over. Not even a homicide. Not even a manslaughter charge. This is a freaking joke. This is a joke for a county that already has a stain on their county. You guys already have the big R associated with your county. That big R is racism. Okay? You've already got it. You know how? Because it's in your court records here. There was a finding of court. And then you have this situation where you guys could rise up and show that you have closed that gap from where you were to where you are today, and you show it still exists. You show it still exists. That's not respectable. That's not respectable. So this is the little mascot. What's his name? Have you named him yet? Turbo. That's right. You did tell me that. Oh. Yeah. You hold. All right, Turbo. Let's say hi. So we've got this cute, adorable puppy. No, you can't have him. He's already taken. He's already taken by this beauty. We won't put her face on the screen, but look at that. I already got a BFF. Look at that. I'm making friends everywhere I go. I can't help it. I just can't help it. And look at that. Oh, look at that cute little thing. Yeah. And he is a playful one. He's so full of energy. Well, let's come on. Let's go over here. Hold on so tight. Go over here with Mommy. So that's where we are today. I want to thank everybody that came here and decided to hang out with us and support this family. I know that you guys could be watching anything and going any place. It's Sunday. You guys could be spending time with your family, but you're here in solidarity with with this family, and that means a lot. That means an awful lot. So thank you all for being here and showing love and support for Daniela, Mendiola. Again, we're just, you know, this is our Hail Mary. You know, what do we always say in a situation like this? When things are a little out of control, you know, things are not within our, you know, our control. And like this situation where Daniel's dealing with this plea deal, this is not in our control, right? This is out of our control. So what do we do when things are out of our control? We pray. That's the one thing the Bullhorn Betty channel does the absolute best, is we get together and we pray. Prayer, in my opinion, moves mountains. And this might be just what this case needs, is a whole bunch of my prayer warriors out there on the other end of this ether, those people that are going to be coming across this throughout the day. Say a prayer for this family. Put your trust and faith in God. Does it mean it's going to work out? No, but it's going to give us the strength to face whatever is going to come out tomorrow, right? And so that's what we need. We need strength. We need positivity. We need maybe softening of some hearts. Maybe softening of hearts for our judge, right? Softening of our hearts for the people investigating this case. Softening of those hearts and realizing if this was their family, would this be good enough? And I am confident that if the law enforcement officers ask themselves that, the judges ask themselves that, and the DA ask themselves that, their answer would be no, this is not enough. And if it's not enough, then they need and must do better. They need and must do better, and that's what we're calling for right now. We're calling for their need to do better. We need a stronger plea deal. A stronger plea deal. A guaranteed time in jail more than 2.5 years. This punk deserves more than 2.5 years. His social media alone is justification for more than 2.5 years. So we're just praying and just allowing God to guide this, because what else do you do? There's nothing to be done here except praying that a judge says, you know what? If this was my daughter, this isn't good enough. No, I'm rejecting this deal. I'm not accepting this deal. That's what the judge can say. That's in the judge's discretion. This father is demanding justice for his daughter. Can't they just give him that? What's so wrong with letting him have his day in court? Letting Daniela have her day in court? Is this really the way we want our government to conduct themselves? So when something bad happens to us, they're the one that knows what's best for us? I don't like that. You know, I'm involved in my community. I'm involved in my politics. I go to my county meetings. I do all of these things because I want to make sure that my law enforcement and other politicians in my area knows that they don't know what's best for me. I know what's best for me. Okay? This family knows what's best in the best interest of them, and this deal is not it. So pray that the judge overseeing this case, pray that the DA overseeing this case, pray that somebody watches this video or watches Chronicles of Olivia's video where this father is bleeding his heart out and begging and begging and begging for justice for his daughter. You know what? We deal with a lot of terrible parents across this country. We cover them, and I've just talked about Madalena Kojakari. What piece of garbage mother she had and a stepfather she had, and she's gone, and God knows what else, what has happened to her. She could be deceased, she could be sold. We have no idea where she's at, right? But they worked that case, and they stood up for that girl. Law enforcement did. Where's that here? Where is that here? This child is deceased and never coming back. We cannot bring Daniela back, but we can demand and seek justice for her. And I hope if law enforcement and if the decision makers of the city of Graham and Alamance County are watching, do the right thing. Trust me, I have to do the right thing each and every day, and some things are very difficult to do. But I believe doing the right thing, whether it's easy or hard, is the right way to go. This is not right. It's just not. And I hope that my message resonates with the decision makers of this county to stiffen the penalties for Josh Brown. Stiffen the penalties for Josh Brown. This is not fair to this family. It will never be fair to this family. And I understand, no matter how much time he gets, it'll never bring Daniela back. But if I were to have done the same thing and be held accountable to everything that I did, wouldn't it only be fair of me to expect that if somebody else does the same thing, that we expect them to be held accountable in the same fashion that I would be held accountable? If that's the case, then I can tell you, if I was involved and somebody was trying to throw me in jail, I guarantee the plea deal would not look like 2.5 years to 3 years or to 5 years. Okay, I can almost guarantee that. Why? Because they would want me to go for a long time. Why? Because somebody is deceased. Do the right thing. Everybody in the chat, put in there, do the right thing, Alamance County. Do the right thing, Alamance County. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to see something because I thought we might have uh, I thought we were getting some updates on on a different case, but I haven't seen the updates come through yet. But it looks like we might have some breaking news coming up here in the next hour. Oh, you know what it is? I just realized. Probably Chihuahua and Beagle. I bet you. Ma, what do you think? Chihuahua and Beagle. But look at that face. I looked at the face just now and it looked like a Beagle. Yeah. I bet you he's got a little bit of Beagle in him. Ooh, or Jack Russell. He does kind of have a Jack Russell face, kind of. I don't know. I still think he's going to be about 20 pounds. But he's not that bad. Because he's probably about 6 or 10. He's probably going to be about twice that size. Maybe 3 times that size. That's not too bad. He won't be like a Dalmatian or a poodle or anything like that. I'm sorry, what's your name? I'm Raven. Raven and we call him Betty. Yeah. Guys down just a little so I can sit. Oh crap. Well, here went the fries. My cold fries that I bought. I spent like $8 on French fries. And then get back here and start setting this up, and I don't know if you guys can see me. Yeah, maybe you guys can. There we go. We got all of our signs out here. It's just, well, I just felt a sprinkle. I just felt a sprinkle. But we have, it's hot out here. It's not as, well, yesterday it was overcast and we had a lot of rain, so it was nice and cool yesterday. I was standing out here in the rain for like 40 minutes. with the sign. I was perfectly fine. I just went to go set up the live, and it was like as soon as I got in the car and started, I designed the thumbnail and got it up, then the sky just opened up and it started thundering and lightning. You can't be out here with thunder and lightning. So we just kind of been here and doing what we can. I've had some technical issues. The reason why I couldn't put any of my footage up is because I'm taking it off. I didn't take it with my phone. I took it on my cameras, and it takes a long time with the internet in the room to download that stuff and put it on the iCloud, and then to have the iCloud upload it to my computer or my phone, which is kind of how I always do this stuff. But it was the internet was so slow. I couldn't. It took literally almost 24 hours to get, like, I want to say 20 gigabytes. I mean, it's 20 gigabytes is a lot of data, but not this day and age. You know, not in 2025. You know, 20 gigabytes is usually about a 10-minute, upload or download, and it took 24 hours. So it just hindered me because I don't have any editing software on my computer. It's all on my phone. So if I can't get the videos on my phone, I'm kind of stuck like Chuck. So as soon as I can, I think I can start working on them now, because I looked this morning and they were finally downloaded onto my phone. But that just really sucks. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I'm gonna have to find another mechanism that'll work a little bit better. And I think Olivia showed me. I think she showed me how to do it. So I'm just going to stay hydrated. I haven't slept well. I'm not sure why. I don't know what the reason why I haven't been sleeping well is, but I haven't been sleeping well. Oh, I need to get my body cam on. I didn't put my body cam on yet. It's kind of the body cam that I use. It's police grade body camera stuff. It always has the date and time on it already synced in it, and it just starts recording. And every single one of the recordings are pretty much the same. So it's a little dirty. Oh, should be clear. Put my body camera on mine. There we go. That's what I do. That's what I did yesterday. Then I don't have to worry about it. When I get out in the woods, we might be. I don't know what's going on in PA, so I'm monitoring the situation. I anticipate that there's going to be some breaking news coming out about Catlin's case, soon. So we'll see. We're on position. It's making it very difficult just to give you guys an angle of something other than me. So I'll go that way. There's some people this way and there's some people that way, and I'm kind of in the middle of all the people. So I just didn't want you guys having to stare at me while I'm just taking a break. you want me to get you a chair? No, you're fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I sit down for a little bit, then I get up and walk around. Still here, guys. If you're wondering if I went away, I didn't. I'm just sitting down. It's just one of those things. But I'm here. Hey guys, I just needed a little tidbit of a break. I hope you guys are all doing well. I want to thank all the people that are out here in solidarity and supporting this family and being on this channel while we advocate for justice for Daniela Mendiola. What a sad case this is. A 17-year-old child waiting for her ride, and her ride came and she was missing, and come to find out she was in the ditch across the road when her friend showed up, and she lied there fighting for her life for 43 minutes before she finally succumbed to her injuries. And the family here is seeking justice because Joshua Brown is just a known person in this area for speed and substances. He likes marijuana and other things. We don't know if he was under the influence of actual alcohol that night, and we'll never know because they are cleaning this up as quickly as they possibly can to keep this out of a courtroom. Because I think what will be proven in a courtroom is that he was under the influence of substances. He was in excess speed. He was driving in excess of close to probably 100 miles an hour when he took that turn. and he careened into Daniela. And again, he drove off. He stopped for about 40 seconds, and that again would have been picked up had this gone to trial, because they would have got documentation from his vehicle to show that he actually stopped when he hit her. He knew he hit her. There's no way he couldn't have seen her face, where the impact on his glass was right there at eye level for him. Yet he drove off because he didn't value her life. He valued his own, right? He wanted to get out of trouble. He ran home to mommy and daddy to ask what he should do. They sat around and discussed it, and then decided to return to the scene in a different car. That is tampering with a crime scene. That is obstruction of justice. There are a lot of charges that this man is skating on that he should not, because his behavior was deplorable. He hit a teenager. He could have rendered aid, and he was more concerned about him getting in trouble than he cared about a 17-year-old girl's life. That's more than 5 years. He drove away. That's homicide. That's vehicular homicide. He will never face those charges, ever. It's all about who you know here, and that is not a good look for this community. It's just not. All right, guys, as I had suspected, we are going to be breaking some news right now. I am hearing right now that they have found a body on Vinnie Harp's old property. They aren't confirming right now that it's Caitlin, but it does sound like this is near their old property, and they have found a body. I had already heard rumors of this about an hour ago. The sister was heading out, but I didn't want to say anything until there was a public post about it. And so now we have a public post that there has been a body found out there in PA on an old property that belonged to Vinnie Harp. I anticipate wherever Vinnie is around this country, he is hopefully gives himself up peacefully and comes on in. But since he's already left the area, I am pretty confident that he is going to do something stupid. So we'll see what we've got. But right now, they found a body on Vinnie's old property, and they are not confirming it's Caitlin. So I finally got the public post I needed to bring that information to you guys. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that information as it becomes available. But just say a family for Catlin, her family. She's got a twin sister. She has a twin. It sounds like, I think I heard the twin was a boy. Like, she has a brother that's a twin, and that her sister. But her sister's kind of been really kind of taking the bull by the horns in this case, and it sounds like she's going to be the one that ultimately makes the identification, which just put your hands on, just pray over her sister right now, because I can't imagine how incredibly difficult this task that's going to be asked of her. I can't imagine. It's got to be, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. It's got to be extremely devastating. So just, we do a lot of praying on this channel. So we're going to be asking for a lot of prayers today. We need prayers for this family that we're out here with. We need prayers for the family that we were. I pray to God that she is found. That was our purpose, is to go out there and help find her. Obviously, if she is found, the purpose of us going out there has been resolved. Has been resolved. So this might kill the case for PA, and we'll keep in tune with what's going on in this matter. But I just want to thank everybody that stepped up to the plate for this particular case as well. So God bless you. Please say a prayer for the family. paper towels in the back of my car. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yes, you do. Just like another child. What are you thinking? Give it a picture. It takes a little time. Okay, oops, I almost lost my hat. It's starting to get, it looks like it's possibly gonna start raining. See me? There I am. Hey guys. I have got to quit putting stuff in my seat. Good gracious. That was my water, my empty bottle of water. I'm a mess today. My body.
Trip back to Florida.
Oh, thank you. So this lady, she's got her daughter here and the puppy and everything, and she says she drove by here yesterday and saw us all out here and wanted to come out and help out today, and it was like, you know, it was kind of cool, you know, just somebody just wanting to advocate. It's, I don't know, some of the stuff that we see in true crime in this genre is, you know, it's heartbreaking, but it's also endearing and sweet seeing the people that come out and help, and for no other reason than just to be here in solidarity with the family. It's just, I don't know, that's the good part of humanity I like, you know. So we'll just sit here and advocate. We got more shade over here than we did in the square, so it's given us a little room to, you know, kind of keep out of the sun a little bit. The equipment should be fine today. I feel like if people would have called in on Josh Brown a long time ago when he was, you know, tearing these roads up in the middle of the night, driving in excess of 100 miles an hour and turning his lights off while he recorded himself and uploaded it to Instagram. You would think that if somebody saw it, that they might actually say something about it so he didn't hurt someone. But apparently, nobody bothered reporting this man that was doing that buffoonery. Did I just sound like Duty Ron? I did. Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna have to ditch buffoonery. Ugh. What's wrong with me? I don't know. You know what it is? It's we haven't been out in a while, so let me keep checking our updates here. Well, I guess we're still waiting to hear officially right now. Starting to get a little dark. Look. Got some clouds rolling in here. I'm starting to feel the wind. It's starting to pick up some wind. But I can't complain. I like cool. I'll stand out in the freaking sun. I'll stand out in the rain. I'll stand out in the hail, sleet, and snow. Well, maybe not hail. But you guys get the drift. I still can't believe my screen is like so grayed out. It drives me nuts. I don't know why. It just won't do what I need it to do. So we've had several people walk up, talk, learn a little bit about Daniela Mendiola's case. But the one thing that just upsets me a little bit is the fact that, you know, I think it's the DA, law enforcement, the judge, they're not listening, you know? We've got a situation where the family is saying no, and they won't help. They just keep hurting this family, keep hurting this family, keep hurting this family. You know? It's not one of these things where something is better than nothing. It's one of these things where it should be right. This is not right. There's more charges that need to be filed against this man. Hit and run's not good enough. They didn't even state hit and run. I don't even know if it's a hit and run with a great bodily injury. I don't know what they're pleading to. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But it's just not enough. It's bull. It's bull crap. Okay, so let me go through some answering some questions. I see that we have some people on here. Let me open this up and go through some of the comments. Aw, thank you, Melanie, for gifting a Bullhorn Betty membership. I appreciate that. I just saw that. For whoever received your Bullhorn Betty membership, don't forget to tell, oh, it's me, Jen, did a Bullhorn Betty membership. Thank you, guys. Oh, Jen did a couple. I missed all of these. Aw, justice for Daniela. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So who do we have here? I wonder if also holding a sign in a nearby city of Burlington may help bring more awareness. Well, that might be the case, but right now, you know, with the court being tomorrow, it doesn't give us a whole lot of ability to, you know, that would have been a good strategy. I wish I would have known that earlier. Maybe I would have suggested that, but tomorrow is the court date, and I think it's just going to be another painful day for this family. Alamance County is the home of the Good Old Boys Club. Sheriff Jay is the president of that club. My heart and prayer go out to this family. Jesus, hold them tight in your arms tomorrow. Thank you so much for that. What do you think about Burlington? I know it's a long lab court staff here, but it's Good Old Boys there too, and that was a question mark. I'm unfamiliar with any of these places. The only place I looked into when I did my research before bringing Penn here was the history and the court cases of this county, and I was appalled by what I was reading in the court case. I've got to be honest with you. That's no good. Oh, thank you, Pink. Your words are very sweet. Thank you so much. Looks like Ginger Snap was gifted the Bullhorn Betty membership from It's Me Jen. We've got Spicy Disaster got a gifted membership. And Heather, you got a gifted membership. The first two were from It's Me Jen. The last one's from Melanie. Melanie, it's nice. And Melanie, I might not be able to see you because if they did receive or they did find Catlin, that was the purpose of us going there, was to help and aid in the search. So, and some people have sent me some stuff, so I'll be refunding anybody that sent me stuff for this trip. Should be getting refunded this afternoon of those funds, because we're not going to be going there. I may, well, depending on where we're at once we hear the results. I'm confident. They didn't say remains, they said body, so that tells me that there's tissue attached, and so I kind of believe that they did find her, and I obviously links directly back to Vinny, and he's done, which I figured that was going to be the case. And I was telling the team that I was working with on this, that this is going to move very, very, very quickly. And if they find enough blood to determine she's deceased, they won't need her. They will still want her, but they don't need her to charge if that's the case. And I didn't hear that being the case, so I knew that they were going to need her. But law enforcement was being focused on his property, 55 miles away from where he got stuck in the woods. And I was hearing from reports that they weren't back there in the woods. So, but they obviously had an ID or some idea where she may be, because it sounds like that they've got something. They will. So again, it looks like there might be a slight storm. As long as the water's not hitting the equipment, we're going to continue to be live out here. Once if I start getting too much wind or water hitting my equipment, then the equipment will have to go into the vehicle. But I'll mount you guys so you guys can see what's going on out here. But I've got to keep my equipment safe. So I don't, we kind of had the same type of look that we had yesterday out there. And I'm starting to see it. It's not as dark as it was yesterday, but we just want to monitor the situation. But if you guys don't know, we're out here in the rain. We don't care. We'll advocate wherever, whenever, for the benefit of. I'm finding out that emergency vehicles, including state police and Columbia County coroner, have converged on a rural Montour Township property. The property previously belonging to Vincent Harp, the husband of Catlin Harp, who has been missing since June 19th. So that's going to be as much of the update as I'm going to give you guys on that for the time being, but I did want, because it is breaking news, I did want to give you guys the updated for those that are here advocating for us with this family. You guys deserve the breaking news before everybody else does, so I appreciate your continued support here. it looks pretty legit. It looks like it was at his old property. So I'm confident it's hers.
Pues sí, de chica tuve, sí.
Yeah.
Was it his sister or her sister?
His sister. And those aren't her kids. Those are his previous wife that died of.
I can't tell if you guys can see or not. I know we got to. Nah, I guess you guys really can't see past the sign. Oh well, I'm trying, guys. There's just not a whole. It's hard, you know. It's just hard. I don't know if I'm like really close up to you guys, really far away. I guess I'll find out. And then you got this umbrella here. So I'm trying to get you guys a decent angle, but we're all on one side. Oops. So. Here, get on my hook. There we go. And I can turn it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, there's that. Where I'm just in a bad spot with digitally. I'm in a bad spot. So I guess this is probably about the best we're going to get you guys. We're not going to see a whole bunch, just traffic, but we're here. So I appreciate your support and love. Okay, guys, I've made the decision. If you guys are here, let me flip you guys around here real quick. Here we are. I am going to tell you guys, I've already talked. I've made the decision. I will be still going out to PA. I'm going to go ahead and cover the story. We've got people that want to speak about. Vinny wants, just to learn a little more about people involved in their story. So I've made the decision. We will still be going to PA. So for all the people out there that are watching, we are going to be in PA tomorrow evening. I'm drinking water. I can't do sweet stuff. We'll go down here. I'll let Olivia take over. Yeah.
out here in the heat of the summer. We're out here with these big signs out by the street. Today's the last day of protesting. Daniela's family wants homicide charges. Will Joshua Brown get homicide charges? We'll see. A lot of people say they think he's just going to get another slap on the wrist. It's been about 10 months now since Daniela's death, and no arrest was ever made. He never spent the night in jail. Never spent the night in jail. He was charged with hit and run, but there was a bunch of other things he could have been charged with, like obstruction of crime scene. A witness saw him take his foot and swipe away Daniela's phone that was on the ground. He kicked her phone. He returned to the scene of the crime in a different vehicle. He also was driving with illegally tinted windows and illegally tinted headlights. And then a few weeks ago, many months later, he pleaded guilty, trying to get the easy way out here. But you're right, you will never forget. Daniela was 17 years old. She had just turned 17 before she was waiting in the driveway of her boyfriend's house to have a friend pick her up. The friend was not too far away, and out of nowhere, Joshua Brown swerves off the road and hits Daniela in the driveway. But in the beginning, Joshua Brown and the troopers were trying to say that she was crossing the road. There were articles being written that she was standing in the middle of the road. He thought she was a deer. That's a lie, and that's not the case, folks. Daniela's family had to literally do their own investigation. They went into the street. Her blood was in the driveway. That's the point of impact. You can clearly see in the grass where his car swerved off the road. There's photographs. He hit her in the road, and she was found 80 feet from the point of impact, which is very far. There's talk that maybe she was in Joshua Brown's body. 80 feet's pretty far. She was very tiny, very, very tiny. In the security footage, a lot of people, I saw comments, someone said yesterday, they don't really believe that she was launched that far, considering how fast he was driving in the security footage. Some people don't really think he was driving super fast for her to be launched 80 feet. Clearly he was reckless driving though. And he has a history of reckless driving. In fact, on his TikTok account, one of his hobbies was posting videos of him speeding with a speedometer, so you can see in the video how fast he was going. So the man has a history of reckless driving. He did delete those videos and deactivated his account completely as soon as the case started breaking back in August. But a lot of my followers on here screen recorded the footage and sent it to me. Also, Joshua Brown allegedly was under the influence. A neighbor named Becca, who I have an interview with, actually saw Joshua Brown that night after the crash. She swears up and down that he was under the influence. She said his eyes were bloodshot. She said his eyes were bloodshot, that he was under the influence. One of the brothers of Daniela also said that when he was on the phone with law enforcement, they had said that he was a drunk driver and hit his sister. They also told Daniela's dad, Daniel, who was right behind me, they told him that it was a drunk driving incident. But about half an hour later, they changed their story. They changed their story and said they didn't have enough evidence to say that he wasn't influenced. But here's the kicker, guys. They never did a blood test. Never did a blood test at all. You would think that when there's a fatality in a hit and run, the first thing you're going to do is do a blood test on the person, right? Common sense. Well, the ball was dropped here because that never happened. no common sense is applied here. So what do you guys think about this? Another thing that Daniela's dad talks about in many interviews, he said it to me again today, is that they never got any condolences. Nothing. No condolences. And that hurts. That definitely does hurt. So we're standing here in downtown Graham, North Carolina, near the courthouse. We have our signs out here protesting. She was in the ditch for 43 minutes. She was alive for 43 minutes. She was fighting for her life. Daniela was fighting for her life, alive in the ditch for 43 minutes. She could have been saved. Very, very tragic, very, very sad. The witness who saw her in the ditch said that her legs were over her head, and she had a crack right here. There was blood coming down from the crack. So her head is what hit the windshield. On the windshield of Joshua Brown's vehicle, there was a big crack in it. So that's where her head hit. I think he saw her and he knew that he didn't just hit a deer. That's why he returned back, because he knew he didn't hit a deer. If you think you hit an animal and you leave and you drive away, you're not going to go back. I mean, I know a lot of people go back because, of course, you know, it's sad and it's like, you want to see what happened to the animal and stuff because you're passionate and stuff, but I don't believe he came back because he thought he just hit an animal. There had to be a reason why he believed he had hit a person or something more serious. Maybe he saw hair or maybe he saw, you know, her face hit the windshield, you know. And that's why he returned back. But he returned in a different vehicle than when he was driving. Now the bottom of that car had to have been pretty ripped out because when he swerved off the road, there's a little ditch there that's kind of steep, and there was some pieces of his car that had been ripped off from under his car. So yeah. Very, very sad story. What do you guys think about this case? Do you have any questions? This is the last protest for Daniela. Camera around. people's lives. Yeah. So I would definitely let you guys know what we will be charged with, which I think is just going to be another slap on the wrist.
Now, guys, we've got rain starting to come in. Sorry, guys, I was over there taking care of some stuff. I thought Olivia was still over here talking, but I guess she's not. So we're starting to get some rain. I may have to dock you guys inside, but right now you guys aren't getting rained on, so. Alright, so we got a little bit of rain. I'm up under the umbrella, so as long as everything is still good, we shouldn't have to dock anywhere else. Just to let you guys know, but I do have to have the umbrella kind of in your way a little bit because I don't want you guys getting wet. Maybe I can lean it back a little bit. Get a little out of your wet. No, that's not going to let me do it. I don't think this is going to be cooperative. Alright guys, I can see you guys now. We got a little bit of rain. I'm up under the umbrella here with the equipment, so it's not enough to make me break down the equipment yet, but we might have to do something here in a little bit. So I've got everything kind of packed up for the time being. We're only going to be out here for probably another hour, if that. So I just want to thank everybody that stayed here and supported this family as they are going through one of the most difficult times in their life. Again, this is not an ideal situation for anybody involved. It doesn't feel like justice. It kind of feels like somebody got away with a lot, and that's not how anybody should be left feeling after they've lost so much. And I'm still pleading and still begging for somebody to stand up for this family tomorrow and a judge say this is not good enough. You know, I'd really like to hear that, but I just have this awful feeling that that's not what we're going to hear. So again, guys, thank you for being out here with me for several hours. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you all. I know this family appreciates you guys being here. We're going to continue to advocate. And if for any reason this is what it is, then we have to start on something a little more tough. We have to start changing the laws, because this should not be what it is for any family in any state across this United States, where their child could be just simply waiting for a ride, be ran completely over, and have to fight with the law enforcement to even get one stinking charge against somebody that was driving in excess of the speed limit, left the scene of an accident, moved massive evidence off the side of the road, including a cell phone, and lied about him thinking he hit a deer. There is no way that man did not see Daniela's face. She was eyeball to eyeball with him. And that's just, it's disgusting. So I hope and pray that they put themselves in this family's shoes and ask themselves, is this truly justice? And if they say no, they need to stop the deal. They need to stop the deal. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up. It's starting to rain. We'll be out here for a little bit longer, and that's going to be it for the day. I'll see you guys back little later tonight, and we'll have a little discussion. And of course, I've still got the content I got to produce, but I've been having some technical difficulties with everything. So thank you all. I love you all. God bless you. And this is what it's all about. It doesn't have to be the biggest case. It just has to be standing in solidarity with victims and victims' families, and letting them know that they're not alone. And I think we succeeded in that. So God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for being here for me. I can't see how to turn this thing off.
I think I got it now. All right, bye guys.